Have you heard of video games being a distraction and unneeded problem in a student's life? Well, there are reports all over the internet proving this, but there are so few other reports that are proving otherwise. And here at UTRGV, there's one of them reports.
It's a feature. Actually, at this point, I just give up my friend to fix it. So I left it like that.
Cheers is the Employee of the Year here at the UTRGV campus in Brownsville and uses video games as a way to express creativity and uses his time for the better, unlike the majority of news outlets that say otherwise, especially when developing his game for the class.
Stations, each one of us have our own perspective on what a fun game is. The Bob Ross game was fun, but it's also kind of like a meme at this point. It's kind of a joke. Games depend on like the developer, like whatever they think it's best for their game and fun. What
He does for the class not only strengthens his major that he's working for in computer science, but he isn't the only one who is benefiting from the class with the majority of responsibility.
Contrary to popular belief, the game development is actually like really high-level stuff. Like you have to put in a lot of work to be a game developer. I had friends in high school that from the age of 10, they'd be playing things like StarCraft, and they turned out to be the most intelligent kids in the school. So they weren't violent at all.
My main motto that we want to give the opportunity to our students, which we didn't have in the first place. So in other words, we are giving them access to the real life project. Educational environment is one thing, but applying that to the practical field is another thing.
He's using video games for his advantage and using the process of designing to teach students and allow their creativity to flourish and use it productively. New outlets argue that video games can cause violence and problems in children, adults, or to anyone that play, make, or even come into contact with said video games. This class and its students show that these claims against video games isn't true. Students learn from this course that allow them to move on in their fields of study. For it is all something they can put on their resume and be proud of and prove that video games are not the problem, and be one of those few reports and prove that video games are actually helpful to a student. Reporting for UTRGV News, I am Alexander Bodon.